Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to coverage of high school basketball on Manchester Public Television Services. This delayed start of the 2021 schedule is like its soccer cousin in the fall, a crazy COVID season. But here we are at the Simon Gym on the campus of Central High School on the 19th of January, 2021. This is game one for these two teams at Central and Memorial. I'm Peter Capano, joined today by Tom Bezoyan, my old friend and a teammate, coach, a man of many hats, I guess. Tom, how you doing?
Doing great. Glad to be out. Glad to be doing something, and glad to see kids playing. So this is a little weird. Not gonna lie,
Well,
but
yeah, they have masks on.
yeah,
That's the first thing that you notice. Um, there's no jump ball to start the game. It's another thing to
right.
notice. And what we have here is the away team gets the ball to start the game. And as I look out among the teams, I'm getting the starting lineups. I got the Memorial team here for you. Whoa. Central, of course, in their home white. Memorial starts number 2, Johnny Roomraj, a 5'11 junior guard. Number 3 is Cameron Pollock, 5'9 junior guard. Number 5 is Tyler LaValle, a junior, also a junior guard. Number 23 here with the ball is Deng Lual, a 6'4 senior forward. And number 20 is Troy Jutras, a 6'3 junior forward.
Both teams a little shaky to start. They get 3 turnovers already. So
We're
we'll see.
30 seconds into the
Yeah.
game. They haven't had much time for practice either, have they?
No. Everything's shortened, but um, talking to Coach Bryson, he likes the way these practices have been going. So I'm sure Coach Lett feels the same. But aren't any scrimmages preseason, so this is going to be probably a little sloppy at first.
First foul of the game comes in on number 23, Baril Mawal of Central. Central's also starting number 3, Andrew Houghton, a junior. Number 5 is Angel Castro, a sophomore. Number 15 is Bailey Bates, a junior guard. And number 22 is Jabari Dowell, a senior forward.
Pollock had a nice look there off an inbound play. Swung it to him, had a nice look. He just missed it. These kids are just a little bit rusty right now, I think, gameplay.
What do we got, a 2-3 zone? Matchup zone? Or
Yeah, it looks like 2-3 straight up. Nice take.
To the lane, Mawo gives Central a 5-0 lead. First 2 baskets of the game. This is Roomraj trying to find some room. There he is for 3. Comes off. The rebound to Bates. He hands it to Castro. Castro from straight away. Comes off. Good work by Houghton to swing in for the rebound, but he's tied up by Troy Jutras. First possession of the game, or actually this is the second since we didn't jump ball. Goes to Central. As Bailey Bates directs traffic under the basket. The jumper from Dowell comes off. Rebound to Lual. LaValle, baseline. Well off. Rebound to Castro, and he'll lead the break. 3v3, 3v4 now. Has it kind of taken away from him. Falls to Houghton, his teammate. His shot is off, and there's a foul on the rebound. I think it's on Bates.
Memorial's had a couple good looks. They just can't throw it in the ocean. That was a good push there.
They haven't even been close really yet, have they? Jean-Baptiste Jr. is on the floor now wearing number 1 for Central. Pollock. Up top to Roomraj. Johnny's looking for a pick. He's not going to get one. 1v1 in the lane, kicks it out. Jutras with the jumper. Rebound falls to Houghton, and he's fouled.
It's another decent look there. I mean, they're doing okay on their half-court sets. It's just
Getting closer, too. That shot was just off the
Yeah.
rim. Little full court man-to-man shown. Not really serious. Here's Jean-Baptiste. Over the back. It's going to be on Mawo. Fouls are starting to pick up.
It's a good box out by Dang.
Classic. What do we got? Brendan Beelan, #1 in red for Memorial on.
Be interested to see, you know, how these kids do with masks on as far as their stamina, you know,
Yes.
subbing in and out. I mean,
Yes.
they got to be used to it in practice, but it's not game speed. It's not the same thing.
Communication has to be hindered a bit, too, I would
Right.
think.
True.
Very important in this game. Mirage finally tracks that down. It's a jumper from Pollock. Still won't go. 5-0 Central. It's going to be a travel. Looked like Houghton couldn't decide if he wanted to make a quick pass or not, and he didn't put it on the floor and shuffled his feet.
A quick timeout by Bryson there. You know, he's got to be talking to them about their looks. I mean, they're getting good looks. You got to keep shooting. You know, eventually it's going to fall. You're in a different gym here. They haven't been in another gym except for Memorial. None of these kids have except for their home gym. So
they've
totally
only
different.
been practicing for 2 weeks.
Right. And, you know, with no Queen City tournament and no scrimmaging whatsoever. I know what that's like, you know, going through it with football. It was a different start. Your first game was almost like a scrimmage, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way you're almost enjoying the practices a lot more, taking it in.
All right. Alex Montanez, #25 in white, has checked in. Oh, blocked by Mawo. And he couldn't quite hang on to it to save it to a teammate. I remember Montanez from last year, Buzzy. He added some pace and some energy, big energy, to the Little Green when he came in.
Yeah, I remember him too. Memorial, other than Pollock, Dang, having a lot of minutes last year varsity-wise, they're basically going with a lot of kids that don't have varsity experience.
Actually, there's only 4 guys on this roster who was on last year's roster.
Right.
There's a long 3 from Baril Mawo. And Central now leads 8-0. We're halfway through the first quarter. Opening day, Division I basketball for the city teams.
Nice screen and roll there. Another one just can't fall. You know, they just can't throw it in the ocean.
From a boat, right?
Right.
Well, again, that one's long. Castro chases the rebound out. This is Houghton. Cross court to Castro. The no look.
Good look. There's that energy right there. Same thing as last year.
Monson is ready for that one down along the baseline.
Right.
That looked like a foul from here.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Buzzy, who we get refereeing today?
Can't tell with the masks.
It's Peter Burkhart and Gary
yeah.
Walsh.
Yeah.
Couple of veterans. All right, chance for Tyler LaValle to break the shutout here. It's 10-0 at the 3:12 mark of the first quarter.
It's a pretty long drought, almost 5 minutes. Not the way Memorial wanted to start, I'm sure. They just can't get one to go in.
Rebound, though, by Rumraj, and then he's fouled. But that's a non-shooting foul, so they'll inbound under the basket.
They get something off an inbound play here.
Yeah, and that would be something if they had time to practice and
Right.
they had plays that they'd worked
Right.
on. In fact, it leads to a turnover.
And honestly, that's the last thing you do usually, you know.
Whoa. Somebody took a shot. The Valley
Oh.
again, still won't drop. No, make that
Pollock.
Pollock, thank you. Here's Rumraj. That
Goodness.
won't go. The
There
putback.
we go.
Dang Lual.
That's what they needed. An easy one.
You mentioned Coach Bryson at the timeout. Danny Bryson, what, third year at
Yeah, this is his third
Memorial
now. Yeah.
You coached for him or with him at West for many years, right?
Yes.
How long was he over there? Do you recall?
He was there for 14 years.
Wow.
Not as the head coach, but like total.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, again, with the putback, he misses it. Get another shot at it. And here comes Montanez. Shot's blocked. Acott put it up there.
Nice work by Alex. He's working the glass, getting inside. He's got some good garbage points. I like that.
It's Pollock. Pollock has three-point range, if I remember correctly. Little running left-hander by LaValle, the lefty, makes it 16-4. I think. The points go up.
That's correct.
They're not up on the board, though. There's a long three from Castro. He's out of bounds. Can't save the rebound.
I think they had given that last basket to Central.
Yeah.
Instead, so it's 14-4.
Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't remember that they had 16. 14, so it's 14-4 at the 118 mark.
Help me out with this kid that just checked in for
Who was it?
Memorial. Ken Ray. I don't get the last name. That one's all yours, Pete.
What number is it?
Number 4.
Oh, here he is with the ball.
Yeah.
Starts and stops. Amada Merho.
There you go.
Kenray Amada Merho, a junior, wearing number 4 in red. That three is short. Goes through Beelan's legs and it just got the green line out of play. Burkhart was right there to see it. And Acott gets it back. Montanez has his shot deflected, I think. And here comes Amada Merho. Lost it. So what's the over-under on turnovers for this game?
It's more than points so far, but they kind of expected that, you know.
Sure.
As the season goes, I'm sure they'll both improve. There's
Yeah,
another one.
called travel. Again, I didn't see that.
That's that automatic one they call all the time. It's almost too easy, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not sure that doesn't interrupt the flow too, you know.
Right.
Maybe you just look the other way on that one. It's not affecting anything.
And we're down inside 10 seconds. Rumraj gives it off to Amada Merho, gets it back. Johnny's shot is short, and we're ending the first 8 minutes with a 10-point Central lead, 14-4. They came out and scored the first 10 points of the quarter, and then matched them 4-4 in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, that's some sloppy basketball right there. A lot of open looks for Memorial. Central's been scrapping a little bit more. That's how they got their points. But you know,
They
these
hit a
kids
couple
aren't hitting
threes.
right. They did hit a couple, and Memorial's probably 0 for 10 from 3. I haven't been counting, but it's pretty close to that. I know Rumaraj just missed at least 4 himself. So I mean, again, it's game legs. It's
Yeah.
getting used to a different environment. When you're shooting in your own gym all the time, and then you go to another gym, it's the walls are different. It's just different shooting, you know.
And of course, with this COVID season, there's so many things that are
Right.
different. Uh, there, you can see the stands aren't even pulled out on the
Right.
other side, and over here it's us on
Right.
and some JV players, I think, on the far side. And this being a city game, there'd be a lot of people in
Oh
this,
yeah.
this building
Yeah.
right now. It'd be loud
Yeah.
and fun. But I called it a crazy COVID year for all during soccer season.
Yeah.
It
It's
still
true.
is.
Felt
Look at
like
that.
that in football too. It was a different way of coaching, different style. Just so many different things. You got to give credit to everybody for having the kids out here. The coaches, it's very difficult. I can attest to it. Um,
I bet you
Yeah.
can. You just came off your season at coaching the West football team.
yeah, I mean it's a little different. We're outside, so and things weren't as tough right then as they are now, maybe. So they've done a great job. The administration's done a good job of getting the kids to play under these circumstances. So at least they're getting to play, no matter what,
Right.
no matter which way you look at it.
Well, going to take the second of 2 free throws after being fouled on a nice little move in the lane. He converts one. Nice rebound from Mandamero.
Yeah,
But
it's
again,
good defense.
he's having trouble hanging on to the ball.
Yeah. Alex Montana has just put a little pressure on him. So far,
Ed-
Luau's been the spark, the only spark from Memorial that I've seen. They need to get a little bit of energy from someone else.
Number 2 here in white is Jason Gasana, a sophomore. He's on the roster last year as a freshman. To the basket goes LaValle. The putback is Troy Jutras.
Troy's a big kid, you got to use his size, get up in there.
That makes it 14-7. But Acott makes it 17-7. 1 minute into the second quarter.
Ah.
Coaching Central, of course, is Sudi Lett, just his second year, if I'm not mistaken. Very popular coach. And
Sudi's done some good things in the city. A lot of people don't know about, including
yes,
Bishop Elite basketball. I mean, it's a huge thing for inner city kids. That was a big program. Done a lot for a lot of kids. So I think this is a good fit for him here.
as is Danny
Yeah, Danny.
at Memorial.
Yeah.
It's great to see these 2 coaches here.
And West has a new coach this year,
Yeah, who is it?
John Langlois. He's a very good X's and O's guy. He's been around. Coached at Bedford and Campbell,
Ah,
and now West.
I don't know if I've met him. I look forward to that. In fact, Memorial and West get together next week.
That'll be a good one.
And Monday, I believe they play on Monday. The boys, anyway. The girls might play later in the season. But I hope to cover that one as well.
So open look. Yeah, just can't hit.
Valley rebounds. The Mondamero miss. Jutras' shot is short. We got a kickball. Somebody on
Oh
Central
boy,
got their foot on it.
not sure about that one.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I was my eye was drawn by Bailey Bates, who took off He was looking for a layup at the other end on a fast break. Oh, that ball was deflected and then picked off. Here comes Dowell. Jabari out left to Acott. Acott's jumper, back rims. Jutras rebound.
Going down the other end, Troy's got his back to the basket on the block there. You know, he's a big kid. He's got to go up with that. You know, don't try to kick it out all the time. You know, he was one-on-one with his back to the basket on the block.
Well, that's sacrifice to the almighty three.
Yes. It's too much of that.
Way down low, and Luala is actually out of bounds that time.
Pollock's back in for Memorial, along with Fisher, sophomore. Isaiah Fisher.
Isaiah Fisher wearing number 11 in red. Yep. 19-7. Central has opened the lead up by a couple more points. The 5:20 mark here in the second quarter. This is Pollock. Yeah. I saw it that time, Buzzy.
Yeah, that was different than the auto one. That was definitely a walk.
Again, it looked like he was of two minds. He was going to snap a pass and not dribble, and then decided not to pass it, but he was already moving his feet. Gets a quick...
Coach Bryson's talking to him a little bit. Yeah,
it's a quick chat. There's the jumper from Houghton. Houghton's along the baseline. Kicked out. Now Bates. Rebound, flat-footed rebound for Rumraj. And Rumraj with the three. Won't drop. Rebound to Houghton.
Johnny will keep shooting them. I mean, it's not like he's way off, you know.
Oh. That's a great hand there by Zachary Brunette, number 15 for Memorial. Saved the layup. Excuse me, make that Bates, wasn't it? Central's defensive play. I was chatting with Gary Walsh, referee on the far side. He showed me his electronic whistle.
Oh, yeah?
Electronic whistle.
They're using those.
He's kind of liking it. It's not very loud, though.
No, they're not.
If this gym were noisy, I don't think I'd have heard that one.
I think if it was noisy, they wouldn't be using it. So
yeah, maybe so.
so yeah.
So.
I mean, they were going to use them at football, and that didn't go over.
Yeah.
You know, they tried it a little bit. It just wasn't loud enough.
I wonder if, look at the defensive work there by Rumraj. I wonder if they're going to figure out a way to transmit them, to make it go through the PA system. And then they could...
Oh, yeah. A little Bluetooth action?
Yeah. Why not? I am not sure why Dominic Lesueur, number 22 for Memorial in the corner, decided to save that ball, but it worked out for him. The Valley's jumper is off, going the other way now. 19-7, the 4-minute mark of the second. Lesueur with a rebound. Hands it off to Pollock. Pollock.
Coach Bryson calling a set play here.
Well, again, a decent enough look.
Yeah, you know, and Pollock's their shooter. So, you know, he hit a lot of threes last year for them. And that was a good look inside the three. It's just the shooting percentages for both teams are pretty low. Again, you know, it has the feel of a scrimmage early on, you know, and I think as the season gets, we get to mid-season and above, you see two different teams here.
Well, it does have the feel of a scrimmage. For me, it has the feel of a scrimmage. It's just kind of a very informal atmosphere, it seems to me. they're in uniform, and there's referees.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
about the only thing that, and somebody's running the clock. Uh, but the atmosphere, there's no parents here to see, there's no fans. Uh, it has a feel of a scrimmage, and it might as well be
Right.
because the way the tournament's set up. Correct?
Right. Yeah. And I think that both teams are just looking to get better.
Yeah,
And they got to
yeah.
look at this as their first real. They got to get into it with their flow of substitutions with the mask thing, and I think Central's handling it a little bit better the first half. That's all. But their turnovers are piling up as well.
That one was the court just wasn't big enough and stepped out of bounds. Not sure with LaValle. Look at that. Beautiful look to Rumraj on a backdoor cut.
Yeah, I like to see that because Johnny's taking a lot of threes, and you know what? When you miss a few, you got to get one going to the hoop and see one go in, and then from there,
Off to
maybe
Pollock.
Pollock will help. That'll help him too as well. You're gonna go to the basket a little bit when you're not making the threes. See one go in, no matter what.
See one go in. Confidence goes way up.
Central's in a pretty good drought here now. That's a deep three. That's helped them. The three has definitely helped them.
Bailey Bates does it this time. Here's Rumraj. Ill-advised look to Lesueur.
It's a block.
Johnny will pick up the foul. It's only 14 fouls on Memorial so far, but the second one on Rumraj. See if he steps off. They're essentially in a 2-3 zone. The Crusaders are. Well, there we go again. Bates will try it. This time he's well off. Rebound to Luau. He's coming up himself. Slashing through, left-handed.
It's 3 in a row going to the hoop for them. Maybe that's their
22-13. Almost to the 2-minute mark. That's a deep three.
Boy.
Bates. Well, one thing about the mask, Coach Lett can be over there muttering to himself, and we couldn't tell. Here's Brendan Beelan, running right-hander, won't drop. Good rebound, though. And the putback won't drop. It was Fisher. It's knocked away, but we've got a foul.
It's good work under there by Fisher. Just didn't see it go in.
Amin Ahmedovich was on, got that rebound for Central. Now he just steps right back off. Wearing number 11 in white. Castro back on, he's got the ball. Backs it out. Gets it to Acott. Bates, Acott in the corner to Castro.
Central's struggling against the zone a little bit. It's just all passes with.
Look at the putback, though, by Montanez. And Alex has got himself a basket and a one.
And he's got 3 or 4 hoops under there. He's been a good spark for Central.
Front rims the end one, and it's 24-13 with a minute to go until halftime. Stop and pop by Taylor LaValle. Rebound to Fisher. In the corner for Beeland. His jumper front rims. Good rebound by Mawo. Kicks it out to Bates. Montanez over for Castro.
Yeah.
Take that long three with 26 seconds left. I guess I don't really blame him. Trying to hang on to the ball for 15 seconds is
Right.
quite a task for either team here. This,
It looks like they got freedom to shoot from anywhere. So
it
that's a nice
does.
take. Nice right-handed runner.
Isaiah Fisher converts it. And it's a 9-point Central lead with 5 seconds left until halftime. There's the three. We'll go into halftime. 24-15. This opening day of the 2021 basketball season.
Yeah, interesting half. I mean, Central did a lot of chucking behind the three there. I didn't keep the stats, but they shot a lot of threes. And Memorial finally got something to go in the basket there in the second quarter. Got 3 hoops in a row, I think it was.
They only had 4 points after 8 minutes.
Right, so they got 3 quick layups. So, you know, maybe that'll get them hitting a couple of outside shots. I don't think I've seen them hit a 3 yet.
I don't remember him hitting a jumper for that matter.
So,
well, let's take a break, Buzzy. I'll go get the
good.
scoring and come back. We can chat some more.
All right.
All right, and Buzzy, as the teams are warming up a little bit for the second half, give me some of your thoughts on that first half.
Well, like we were talking about, you know, it's early for these teams, so it look a little sloppy. Memorial's looking like they're gonna try to get to the hoop a little bit more. Central's just like a 3-point shooting contest. You know, they're out there. I think they have the lead because of their threes, but you know, they have the ability to go to the hoop. You know, their leading scorer is
Memorial's is Lual with just
Right.
5.
and Alex Montanez, right?
Yeah, Martinez has 8 even.
He's got 8, so you know, and all that's been done underneath. I don't think he has shot a 3. I don't think he's a 3-point shooter.
No.
So you know, it goes to show you, you know, he's the leading scorer in the game right now, and he's getting the scrap points underneath. So you know, you can sit there and launch threes all day long. You're gonna live by it or die by it.
Yes, indeed. Do you think then that Danny Bryson will have suggested to his guys that taking it to the basket really was their best option in the first half, and they ought to maybe
Yeah, I mean, they
do
scored
some more of
15
that?
points and a half, and 6 of them were in a 1-minute span. All 3 going to the basket.
They got
So-
one off a turnover, a fast break.
Right. The rest of the points were 9 points in the rest of the half. So you know, 17 minutes, 9 points, 1 minute, 6 points, and those points are going to the basket. You know, and Sudi ought to be saying the same thing. I mean, Sudi's got the biggest kids on the floor. You know, Dang Lual. I mean, he's a huge kid. You know.
Yes. Jutras
know,
is big.
Jutras
and
is
a wide
big
body.
kid. Right. So you know, we want to see these guys on the block a little bit, you know. But it's all a matter of style, and I think you know, getting a lot of stuff in the preseason, the shortened preseason that they've had, you know, you got to work on defense and footwork, and you know, just getting these kids rust off. Never mind plays. So you know, I don't know how much each team has in for plays. Knowing Coach Bryson, he puts in 1 or 2 a day. Coach lets him play a little bit more, has more of an open style. So that'll help him a little bit more early on, I think.
Well, it'll be Central ball to start the second half. They with the 9-point lead. Here is Castro in the corner. And back out for a great look for Houghton. Houghton is a pretty good shooter, Buzzy, and he hasn't shot well here tonight. Follow-up goes, though.
Yeah, Dang Luau, a big guy, shooting a 3.
Hasn't shown up on the scoreboard yet, but 27-15. Memorial struggling a little bit to get it in.
Yeah, their half-court set's looking a little rough. You know, when you're doing it in practice, you're almost doing it against air. Now you get some pressure. Central's giving them some pressure, and you got to react to that pressure.
Here comes Morrow. For Bates, gets it back. Corners Houghton. Houghton along the baseline. Looks like it was knocked away by Rumraj, but Houghton touched it last.
Johnny did a nice job cutting the baseline off there, so it kind of forced him to dribble it off his foot.
In the Valley, looking for a break in the Central defense. Now he goes down low. And it's in by Luau.
In the paint.
A jumper from Castro. Rebound is gathered by Jutras. Nice.
There's that auto travel call. See?
I don't think that was a travel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, but, you know, it's kind of like a bailout call for the refs. It's like...
It was a good head fake, I thought.
You know, they put in these point of emphasis things, and that was one of them a couple years ago. So these guys, it gets entrenched in their brain that they have to call that.
Houghton snaps it into the corner to Mawo. His shot will roll in. Nice touch.
Yeah, that kid can do that all day. You know, if he doesn't hang around the three-point line, he could be out there doing that all day.
Oh, he's big and strong.
Yeah, he's a physical kid, and I think, you know, just the style of play, you know, these kids now, they all want to hit the three.
Comes Brendan Beelan back on number 1 for Memorial.
There he is.
Houghton with the rebound. Can he put it back? Oh, he's fouled. He'll get 2. Houghton did not score in the first half. Gasana had 2. Bailey Bates had a 3. Jabari Dowell had a 3. Mawo had 5 points. Acott had 3. And Montanez, off the bench, had 8 points for Central. Referee's making some point underneath. Buzzy, could you tell what that was about?
It was muffled.
Yeah, it was muffled.
He was talking to Dang about something.
You know, in a soccer game, referees will do that. They'll kind of pull a player aside and go up to a player and have a quick word with them. But there's a lot more breaks in the action.
Right.
It can be done subtly. Most people wouldn't even know it. But in a basketball game, it's much more difficult to do that.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, did he lose control of that? Dang,
yeah.
As he went up?
It was a nice look by Pollock, and
Sure was.
Dang just lost control.
Bates. Houghton fighting for the rebound. He'll win it for Central.
Memorial's looked out of position rebounding the last couple times down.
But nobody on the weak side.
Yeah, they're a little confused on their 2-3.
And they're rebounding out of a zone.
You got to rotate, you know.
My good friend Don Pinard, who does a lot of games with me, that's a jump ball. He always says that it's harder to rebound out of a zone.
If you don't rotate right, and he's right about that, but if you rotate correctly, then it's not, you know.
I always thought it was easier because you're there anyway.
Right, but if
you
you're
still have to find somebody and put a body on.
If you're playing your traditional 2-3, but if you're playing a matchup 2-3, which is what they're doing, is coming out on the wing with their forwards.
Yeah.
Their guards have to rotate down, and if they don't rotate down, then there's that open spot, and that's what's happened the last couple of times.
Rumraj is fouled on the drive. 31-17. Memorial got a basket, I think the first basket of the second half, and haven't scored since.
Yeah, they've had some long droughts.
And an offensive foul. I'm not even sure who
Looked
that
like an illegal screen on the.
Rumirage.
Yeah.
His third. Bryson's,
Sticking with the 2-3.
Coach Bryson's consulting with Caleb Doyle on the sideline over there. Caleb is coaching his freshman, I think.
Yeah, normally that would be his spot, but this year with the lack of a freshman schedule,
Yeah.
I think it's more of his right-hand man on the bench.
He was a stalwart on a few West teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's my offensive line coach. Does an awesome job. Great with the kids. Does an excellent job with the kids.
His father, Stephen, was a teacher and an alderman for many terms, wasn't he?
Yes, sir. Great man.
Oh, Houghton doing the defensive work that time.
There's a nice set play there. Just Central made a nice block.
Jean-Baptiste's pass is deflected.
Oh.
Jean-Baptiste had 1 foot over the line, and he couldn't reestablish it on the offensive side. He hadn't put it down, and it wasn't touching the backcourt. But that doesn't matter. You have to put it down on the forecourt to catch that ball. So the over and back, or the backcourt violation, was called. There's a great view from here of that one. Fisher off to Kenray. A jumper from Deng. It's at 31-19. It's Houghton. Jumper will go.
Good shot. Not bad defense there, just a better shot.
He can get that shot quite often. He needs to dial it in and get it. Look at the block from behind. Who is that? I think it was Cool Acott.
Oh.
A reverse layup by Castro.
Yeah, a little no-look.
Paid for it, too, didn't he?
No-look reverse layup there. A hot dog in it, but a nice shot.
Makes it 35-19 with 2:23 left in the third quarter. It doesn't look like Memorial's going to make a run at him, Buzzy.
No, it's kind of just stayed the same, right? I like the looks of LaValle a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of him. It looks like, his shot has been off, but looks like his game will improve as the season goes. I haven't seen that. I don't remember seeing him last year. I don't know if he was just on JV or.
Yeah, he was not on the
he seems to
varsity
show a lot
roster.
of energy, and he knows where he is on the floor. It's just his shot's not falling. But he could. These kids could improve as the season goes.
Well, just like the soccer schedule, in general, the teams are going to play each other twice in a week.
Right.
Home and home, and there's a bad giveaway. And a nice steal by Jean-Baptiste, and he's rewarded with a layup. Here's Pollock. So they play again on Friday, I believe, at Memorial, these two. The girls are playing right now at Memorial and will be here on Friday.
All right.
I plan to be here for that girls' game. 6 o'clock on Friday. We are going to try to be live, ladies and gentlemen, almost every broadcast this year. And then, of course, you can watch in Vimeo on demand. Going to try to get a couple of games each week, Buzzy, if you're interested.
Absolutely. They have Central running.
Look at Montanez get up
Yeah,
early.
yeah. I mean, he's under there
Getting
scrapping all the
shoved out
time.
of bounds.
He just got in the game, and he already got an offensive rebound. There's Pollock finally hitting one there.
That's what he's capable of.
Yeah.
In the corner, the jumper from LaValle. Oh, excuse me, from Castro.
Nice swing of the ball there. They're looking a little bit better against the zone. Swinging the ball, even though they are still shooting threes. That was a nice flow three.
That could have been called travel.
Right. There it is.
That was a Euro step.
Yeah, not when you're not shooting.
But it should be,
Yeah,
honestly.
right.
Right? You know, I watch a lot of games. I watch a lot of college games, especially. And as players come out from the lane to get the ball, it seems like they catch it, they pivot, they turn, they spin.
Yeah,
They take about
yeah.
5 steps.
So it's become the NBA now, right?
Oh,
No travel in the NBA.
I find myself backing up the television and putting it in slow motion and counting the steps
Oh,
on the floor.
I think Memorial needs to keep doing that. Defensive rebound, get somebody out on the wing, and run the floor.
Fouls in on Dowell, I think. I think it was Fisher who got fouled. I thought he was shooting myself. Taking the taking the push before he went out, but not to be. Just 5 fouls so far here in the third quarter, which has
Good move.
15 seconds left.
Nice drop step by Dang. He just missed it.
An illegal block. I think it was on Montanez. It was. Alex is first. Five seconds left. I think we got a whistle. Double dribble. Call. Three and a half seconds left.
That was a long one.
End the quarter. Central by 18, 40 to 22.
Central picked up the defensive pressure a little bit in that quarter. Got a few hoops off of turnovers in the backcourt and seemed to move the ball a little bit better against the zone than they did. The first half, they were just moving it along the outside of the three-point line, just kind of pass by spot. And there they're going inside out. They got an inside-out three. And the flow was a lot better. Memorial continues just to struggle shooting the basketball. You know, that's been the story of the whole game. You know,
they picked up just 7 points.
Right.
In the quarter. They had 4 in the first, 11 in the second. So yeah, putting the ball in the basket has been tough. But sort of like we've been talking about the glorified scrimmage and the first real action against an opponent in 2 weeks of practice.
Right, and it's not just the players.
It's what you just described was they're coming along a little bit. You can already see.
Yeah, and it's not just the players; it's the coaches too. You know, because the coaches have to get their legs under them, so to speak, as far as substitutions go and the flow of the game and how they want to. Because you know they'll look totally different if in 3 weeks from now.
John Baptiste
there
to Montanez.
Montanez, I like his game tonight. And he hasn't played a lot of minutes. He sat for a long period of time.
To the basket goes Rumraj, and he answers.
He needs more of that, less threes. Although now,
Jean-Baptiste looking around. Montanez again shows he's
Yeah.
fouled.
and that kid's just in the paint, doing the dirty stuff.
Coach
And
led
he's
up off
probably the leading scorer, or close to it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I noticed Coach Lett that time got up out of his chair and came over and congratulated Jean-Baptiste for that pass.
Right. Yeah, it was a nice screen and roll. Kind of just like a backdoor quick cut. Made his free throw. So if you're going to be in the paint, you're making your free throws, you're going to do some good things.
Makes it 44-24. Jutras can't
Jutras,
convert.
a nice look.
Couldn't ask for the ball in a better spot,
Right.
really.
It was a nice look, nice drop step.
Here's Nathan Duval, number 24, in white, senior. Jean-Baptiste is tied up. It'll be memorial ball. Well, I was very skeptical that basketball could be played well with masks on.
Right.
But I have to say that I haven't really seen the effects of it, unless some of the turnovers can be related the difficulty of communication.
I think that aspect. I think they're probably used to it by now. Probably been doing it for a couple of weeks, shooting all their shooting drills, and there's a three.
Nathan Duval just stepped on the floor.
Yeah. Team seems to be excited about that one.
Not playing a lot of defense.
No. No.
Well, let me ask you this, though, about masks. Do you think that it will cut down on teams that want to go full court, trapping, high pressure defense?
Yeah, I mean, it probably will. Unless, you're 10 deep and you can just keep subbing.
Yeah.
I
mean, both teams here have played zones. Zones
right.
are generally a little easier, conditioning-wise, let's say, to play. Not as strenuous, even as a straight man-to-man.
And I know Coach Bryson likes a zone press, and he has a couple of zone presses that he used last year. But, I haven't seen that yet, and that's, he probably hasn't even put that in yet. So
right.
That's going to be different as the season goes.
This is Jason Gasana, number 2, with the ball in white. Gives it off to Mawo. Mawo. Across to Duval. He'll pull it back out. He dragged his foot unless he was pushed, and he was. Be a foul. I think it's on Pollock. Yes, his second. Team's 4th. There is Montanez making himself available again. Gasana.
Well, offensive foul.
Jason's first foul. Team 6th.
Oh.
That pass finds its way to Mateo Ansip. Number 10 for Red. He's
a
on
sophomore.
The scoreboard.
That's a nice little cut there.
Gasana loses control of that. Rumage goes on the floor. Doesn't come away with it. Gasana gets it back. He takes the 3. Good job by Pollock to save that. And there's a nice look down the floor, but Deng doesn't catch it. Came in at about knee high, made it a little difficult.
Yeah, it was a tough pass to catch.
And Deng picks up the foul.
And the fast breaks are tough too. You're throwing that long pass. you get the rebound, you need an outlet right here in the front court, and then get the ball up the floor. When you see that, that's when you're seeing a lot of turnovers. You're trying to throw the long bomb.
Yeah, at the same time, I think Deng was trying to get to the basket
Right.
before the ball got there. And
Right.
knowing that was hard to catch, he probably should have just stayed put
Right.
and caught it and given up the layup and see what else would develop. But all those decisions have to be made in the split second. They're easy to make from up here.
That's for sure.
Look at him step through. That's good work by Cam Pollock. And there it is again, Buzzy. The Memorial's best offense is taking it to the rack.
Yeah, I mean.
Foul on Medovic. His first. Bolton back on. He takes Duval off. 4.5 minutes left in this one. Central by 20. This opening day of Division I boys basketball. 21st of January, or excuse me, the 19th of January in 2021.
On a normal year, would be in like week game 8 with a couple of with the Queen City tournament under the belt, and then probably 3-4 scrimmages, and now you're seeing them play for the first time. So I wonder why it's a little slopper. Oh, good.
That was pretty. He got the baseline, hit the reverse layup, and got fouled.
It looks to me like he could be the best player on the floor if he wanted to be. He's a big kid. I think he needs to go to the basket more like that.
I don't think there's many defenders who want to step in front of him.
He's a good body, good ball handler. He's comfortable around the three, and he can hit the three, which is good for a guy his size.
He's pretty quick to the basket that time, too.
I think if he does that more and then, concentrate on making your free throws, which I don't think either team has done very well tonight either.
At the line?
Right.
No,
and, a lot of it, too, is like these kids, are usually at the Y in their off time or their other time. How much opportunity have they had for extra gym time as well? And that's a big thing with basketball. Get 1-on-1 here. Looks like a reach by Memorial.
Mateo had his pocket picked, and they tried to get it back, and in the process, he fouled Andrew Houghton.
Normal season, you'll have open gyms on your off days. Maybe come in Sunday morning for a shoot around, and you're not allowed to do any of that stuff. So you have to go at your scheduled time. So you're not getting any extra time, and that's when you get on the free throw line, take extra free throws. So that's another thing that's going to affect them be better as the season goes. That was a nice stroke there.
Even though you probably could, I don't imagine many of them are very interested in playing outside this time of year.
No, a lot of teams were doing that early on, like October probably, in the sunny days. But
got the new courts over by
Bridge,
Beach Street School. You get the new redone one on Pine Street at Bridge. That's pretty.
See, and that kid, like I said,
the Valley.
He's going to look pretty good as the season goes, I think. I like the way his game looks. I like the way he's.
That's an offensive foul on Houghton.
Good job.
Kenray Amadamero.
Amadadero. Got it. I'm on that one now.
Well, Buzzy, you and I played a bit at the old Ash Street School.
I mean,
court.
those days,
Those
kids
were
played
summer.
outside, and now it has to be an organized thing,
Those pickup games were great.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Even
blood.
at Livingston, the old Livingston.
Right.
Little floater by LaValle. That was pretty. The
Yeah.
lefty did that with his right hand.
He looks pretty good.
Montanez got his head up.
More good stuff by Montanez. You know, he was controlled, took it easy, and a nice pass.
Medovich is the recipient there. He lays it in for two. 53-32. Timeout.
And there's LaValle hitting the three, so you know he got the couple of hoops going in the basket. Saw him go in, and he got it on a nice flow.
Got
right
7 straight points for him.
Right, you know, you got to see it go in sometimes.
This rematch on Friday could be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean there'll be a lot of city games, right? So you know we'll be able to do a bunch of games and get the games out there for people to see because obviously there's nobody here seeing them. So,
right.
So that'll help, you know.
Well, and I started to talk about how the schedule is, and it's you play one team twice.
Right.
And this week it's Memorial Central. Next week it's Memorial West, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Then I think Central plays Goffstown, and they play West, and they play.
And Trinity's in the mix too.
Concord and Trinity as well.
All right. So
Yep.
so there'll
Trinity
be a lot
well.
of city games to be able to cover.
With a couple of exceptions, it's the same team twice in 1 week.
Right.
Bates back on for Central. Mao doesn't look like he's interested in advancing it. He wants to pass it. He's gonna be called for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was
Closely
more like
guarded.
8.
He put it on his under his arm twice.
Yeah, I
Looked
think
around.
I think you know there's no hurry. You know, they're up by 18, but you can't just stand there with the basketball when you're being defended either.
Valley will back it out. Corner to the wow.
Well,
I think that was a sold foul myself.
Yeah.
It's going to be an offensive foul, but
that big guy went flying pretty far.
No way.
Sorry. A little difference in weight there. I don't know that Dan can throw that kid around.
Drop his shoulder.
But he sold it pretty well.
He sure did.
And then he got a foul on a reach, too. So he's going to be going to the free throw line.
And that's 5 on Dang.
Dang Luau.
He still might have been the best Memorial player on the floor today.
Yeah, he did some good things. He was scrapping. He got a lot of defensive rebounds. He's probably got about 10 boards. He missed a lot of shots, but they all did. So I think, again, he'll improve as well. He looks a little bit more controlled than he did last year. I think that, remember that little weird outside shot he had? Kind of pushed it.
Yes. Kind of came
a
from
little
down
bit more
low.
Coordinated now.
He's kind of slightly built. There's LaValle.
There it is. And he's had a good quarter.
He's had a very good quarter.
He's making me look good because I mentioned him when he wasn't doing so well.
Good defense by Pollock, doing everything he can to slow Houghton
Never
down
reach
without
at the
fouling. He might even have been pushed off once or twice.
Yeah. He's not happy with that call, but.
There's a good
Houghton
opportunity to
did
chat
a
with the ref.
decent job bringing the ball up there against some pressure, too, though.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it was good D by Cam, but Houghton handled himself well. He's got a nice stroke from the line. Best stroke I've seen
He's
tonight.
a good shooter.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown it really tonight, but he is.
You can see a nice little stroke from the line. He missed that one, but because I jinxed him.
Yeah.
You believe in that?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
But
I like to say it though.
Bernard believes in it.
Yeah, yeah.
He definitely believes in it. I love those Dr. Pepper ads with
All
the
right.
Jinx, the field goal kicker. Those amuse me. Here we go. Look up. All right, Bates is going to get the basket, but he made it difficult. He
Right.
floated out away from the basket
Yeah.
instead of taking a line
going
to the
strong.
basket.
He saw the pressure coming, so he kind of went away from the pressure instead of into it, which is against my style totally.
Do you think he did that to make the pass easier to make?
I think it was just avoiding the contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I question his line towards the basket myself.
Right. And that's what a lot of these kids do now. You know, you see them going up, they try to avoid the contact instead of going through it.
Maybe part of that is that they maybe want to end up with a three-point shot.
Right, right.
I mean, a long time ago, you'd fill your 3 lanes.
Yeah.
And you look for the layup. That's what you want off the break is the
He went
layup.
through the contact, and that's how you got a 3.
Right. Nowadays,
2 and 1.
Nowadays, you step back and you get a wide open 3. That's the gold standard. It's a different game.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Whoops. Comes Isaiah Fisher for Memorial. 1:05 left in this one. Central will take this first game.
It's like everybody played on both teams tonight, too, which is an oddity. You know, even during crunch time, it wasn't like they just went in at the end. And so both teams used the whole bench.
Bates, back rims a long 3. Rebound to Brunette. Zachary Brunette in the game. As a Brunette plays on the girls' team. All right, this is Ahmedovich. Yeah, he steals the save.
Oh, goodness.
Still couldn't make the layup. This is Gassana in the corner. Jean-Baptiste, he doesn't pull the triggers. 15 seconds left on the clock. They're just gonna let it go. I guess that'll be it. 57-39 for a final, ladies and gentlemen. Central takes the first game of the 2021 COVID season.
They pretty much went coast to coast there, right? They came out 10-0 in the first quarter and had to lead the entire game. I don't think it was within 10.
I don't think so.
They pretty much controlled the entire game.
I guess at halftime was 24-15. That might have been as close.
Oh, right. It was
And then
game.
Memorial got the first basket of the second half.
Right, so that was as close as it was.
And after that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much what we expected to see, wasn't it, Buzzy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's what I expected. I think just a lot of I'd be interested to see the field goal percentages, especially for Memorial. I mean, I know Coach Bryson keeps track of that, so I'll get that, and maybe we'll bring that up at a later date and see how much they improve. You know, they improved a little bit as they started going to the basket, and so as they started going to the basket, you know, and Central as well. You know, they got a lot of points inside. Alex Montez, he probably had, what did he have at half? 8?
Yes.
So he played limited minutes in the second half, and he probably had 6 points. That's guessing. So, you know, he's probably at 14 points, and that's all in the paint. So, you know, that's a difference in the game to me.
I also thought Memorial guards towards the end were finding their legs.
Yeah. Yep.
Not only did LaValle start to shoot well, but Pollock went to the basket as well, and he hit a 3.
He looked a little bit better going this way in the second half once he got a sweat built up. And like I said, the interesting part about this whole thing will be to see how these teams progress throughout the whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, in a week, Buzzy, not only are we coming back here on Friday, this Friday, that would be the 22nd, I believe. in a week from today, the 26th, Memorial is hosting, I believe it's West.
That'll
Uh,
be interesting for me.
Yeah,
I'll be
right.
interested to see that.
Let's plan
see
to meet
how,
there too.
Coach Langlois does with his first year at West.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Tom Bazoyan. I'm Peter Capano. We'll see you next time on Manchester Public Television Services Game of the Week.